How's it going, everybody? Today we're going to be doing the absolute impossible challenge in Clash Royale. What I mean by that is we're going to be using Rune Giant. So, Rune Giant, currently 0 users out of the top 1,000 players on the top ranked ladder are using this card. And I don't know if it's going to work at all, to be honest, but we're going to give it a crack today. I have this bridge spam type of deck right here with the Dart Goblin Lumberjack. I'm just going to go for the Rune Giant, the bridge first play, low-key, and go for my Lumberjack. I've got my Vines. Vines is kind of the saving grace for this deck, I think. Hopefully it's going to be able to carry me. I'm going to go for the Dart Goblin down low to make sure we clean up these recruits on the other side and don't lose our tower. That Rune Giant value is actually coming in pretty nice over here on the left-hand side. It's also getting to a tower itself and doing a couple hundred damage. Rune Giant does like no damage on its own attack, which is understandable, of course, because we don't want the card to be busted. But that Dark Goblin's on tower. He's going to go for the pigs late on 0. I'm going to go for the Vines as well to make sure the pigs don't do too much damage. And honestly, all things considered, pretty solid start right here. We're going to end up with the lead, and we also are going to try and get around to our evolutions. He does have Zappies, though, for our Inferno Dragon, which does a little bit suck. To be fair, they are really good against the Ram Rider as well, so hopefully the Zappies don't completely ruin our life here. But anyways, we're using the Rune Giant, right? I mean, just nobody uses this card. I just have to make it work. And you guys know, if you've been watching me, you know I love making bad things happen. Like bad cards work, basically. It's just so fun to me to be able to just do those type of things. He's going to go Zappies the back. I think we just have to go in with the Rune Giant because if I don't do anything, he's just going to recruit to the bridge, right? And I'm going to lose instantly. So as long as I'm pressuring, I feel like I have a better chance of at least like maybe doing something with the Rune Giant boost and getting the value out of it. It's such a hard card to use. Honestly, it is a really hard card to use, and I would never have thought we were going to say that. Look at the eye drag. Oh my gosh, let's go. Tower down just like that. He couldn't get the recruits down in time for that eye drag. But yeah, genuinely, it is a hard card to use at a high level, and that's why nobody does it. Like, it's too much effort, and it's too bad for what you get out of it. I would say he's going to, oh man, he's going to pigs. I think we low-key probably lose our tower here. I don't have nothing for that. Maybe I could Vines this late. I'm going to Vines it on 0 just to make sure we save our tower. Yeah, we're going to actually have quite a bit of HP. I thought that was going to do more damage than it did, but the Vines come in clutch. The eye drags are absolutely melting him, and we're in business right now. So a decent start to this game. I want to go Rune Giant to pocket and Barber like this for the Zappies. Perfect. Berserker to make sure the Zappies don't take out both my eye drags. Okay, I like this scenario. I'm liking it a little bit. Eye drag Evo. That eye drag Evo is heating up, guys. Do not sleep on that eye drag Evo. Do not sleep on that. Wait, does he have anything? Vines this. He's dead. He's 3-crowned. Eye drag Evo. Let's freaking go. First game, we're going to get the cheese 3-crown with the Inferno Dragon. Rune Giant actually got me some value in that match, unironically. Okay, in our next game here against this individual. But yeah, I think the only way to get value out of the Rune Giant is pretty much playing dumb. And I know that sounds stupid, right? You're going to play the game wrong, but you have to just pretty much bridge spam. Playing it in the back, it doesn't get the same value. I mean, sometimes it does, but the surprise factor is the main thing with the Rune Giant. Most of the time, the opponent's not going to expect the first one, right? So if I can kind of cheese them with the first Rune Giant, or maybe even catch them a bit low on elixir and get a decent advantage, then drop down a quick Rune Giant to where my Dart Goblin Lumberjack, Inferno Dragon, Berserker, anything along those lines heats up and goes crazy, I think we could be in business. It's a hard card to play, genuinely. All right, let's go Vines. Oh man, I have no elixir, not gonna lie, but I can just go eye drag on 0 on top of this balloon. We should take only 1 hit, or 0 actually. I'm not sure if that's gonna get on my tower. It's gonna be close. It does not. Perfect. So eye drag does a perfect job of cleaning up, and yeah, I think it's gonna be interesting. I need to get some like massive counter pushes, to be honest, if we're gonna get any value out of the Rune Giant card. The other thing about Rune Giant that makes it kind of bad is that it's so slow in terms of walking that sometimes your units will just run up like that you put behind it, and it will just run in front of the Rune Giant, and you're gonna be like, oh my goodness, my Dart Goblin that I just put down to get the Rune Giant boost completely runs away from it and then gets no value, and then I'm just mad because this card's bad and it pissed me off. So just gonna go ahead and let that die right there. Dark Goblin's gonna go crazy. Let's go Rune Giant the bridge. You know what? Let's go for the Berserker. Oh, this is literally exactly what I was just talking about right there, but it's okay because the Berserker's alive. I'm gonna go, I've got my Vines prepared. I'm actually gonna go for my Barbell. That Berserker should survive on 1 HP. Nice, the boosted Berserker. We have the boosted Barbarian as well. I've got my Vine spell. I think that's tower down, guys. Genuinely, that might be tower down. Oh, not quite. Wait, maybe the boosted shot? Oh my gosh, the boosted Barbarian. One more. No, not quite tower down, but dude, look at the little cheese with the Rune Giant. I'm telling you guys, this card is a little slept on. I know it's bad. I know, I'm aware. I'm very aware. I'm not going to act like it's the best card in Clash Royale, but if you can use it correctly, you can sometimes get these moments where you cheese, and I love that feeling. Let's go for the Dart Goblin in the back and see what he does want to do for this. He's probably going to go, oh, I shouldn't have cycled this because he's going to have Balloon, Lumberjack, other lane probably here. I don't have a Dart Goblin in cycle for a bit. I'm going to go Lumberjack now. He's going to go for his own Lumberjack. Yeah, there it is. It's Evo as well. Let's go Rune Giant like this. I'm going to go for the Vines on top, then Barber on top of the balloon to make sure it hopefully dies a little bit more. And then we can go for the Dark Goblin late. Hopefully that's maybe one balloon shot on my tower. We can Berserker behind to keep the Rune Giant boost, getting some value here. Look at the Rune Giant boost. I know it's it's not the greatest thing ever, but it's at least giving me some value in terms of taking out his counter pushes as well. So I'm liking how this card is feeling in this specific archetype right here. I'm going to cycle I drag the back, 20 seconds left. As long as we don't throw the game massively, we should be okay. I'm going to go for the Ram Rider down low. Of course, it takes care of the balloon. Then I can just go for my Dart Goggins right here to take care of the rest of the balloon. And we low-key got the perfect matchup for this. He's got balloon, and I've got the Ram Rider, Dart Goblin, I drag, Vines. I mean, how is he going to break through with all of those counters to the singular card that is his win condition? Yeah, he couldn't really do much in this one, but I'm not complaining. I'm pretty darn hyped for tomorrow's video as well. I'm not going to leak anything too crazy, but hopefully Clash Royale is going to be going in a good direction is all I'm going to say. Let's go I drag the back on the right-hand side. He's got the Witch, so I don't want to play directly into the Witch, of course, with an Inferno Dragon. I don't have a great response to the Giant in cycle because I did just use my I drag, but I feel like Dart Goblin Lumberjack is pretty solid enough. I'm going to go for the Barbarian as well. He has arrows for my Dart Goblin. That's fine. The Lumberjack's going to pop and die, unfortunately, but it's okay. Spear Goblins come down for the I drag. All right, so interesting. He's got Giant Witch Spear Goblins. Very kind of odd deck. I don't want to play Berserker on this. I want to save my elixir if I can. We're going to take a lot of damage. Maybe I should have just dropped the Berserker and ate the -2 elixir because we just lost like half of our tower. Not exactly what I was going for right there, but it's okay. We have plenty of time. We just need that one little cheese with the Rune Giant. That's all it takes. Basically like a Golem beatdown deck. So we'll see what he wants to do right here. He's going to go Baby Dragon in the back. I guess we just Inferno Dragon into that Baby Dragon, which should be okay right here. He's going to Goblin Hut. Oh, man, this is going to be an annoying deck to break through. I already can tell it's going to be hard to get any type of damage going, but maybe since he has Duchess Tower, we could try and use that to our advantage. Ooh, that was a pretty bad lightning. Hold on a second. Wait, he just lightning really bad right there. I'm going to go Dark Goblin like this, Rune Giant to get the boost on both of these cards, and then I'm actually going to go for my Berserker like this because he just used his arrows on that, and now I think he's low on elixir. We have the Rage and the boost from the Berserker here. No, he's got a Skeleton Army. That's like the worst thing he could have had right here, but Berserker's going crazy. Holy smokes, what? Dude, the Berserker, I'm going to Vines too, why not? Oh, I should have Vined a second earlier. Honestly, I was in shock. That still might be Tower Down. Bro, that's Tower Down still. What the heck? The Berserker just actually put us in a backpack and carried us across the entire like river right there. That was insane. It took his whole tower, took his whole Skarmy, and just won us the game pretty much. I guess we could still definitely lose from this situation, but that was that was honestly surprising. I did not expect that at all from the Berserker, especially when I saw the Skarmy. I know he did have does have Duchess Tower, so it kind of helped me out that he didn't have a great way of killing my Skarmy, like, or not killing my Berserker when it was chopping the Skarmy. I'm just gonna go for my Lumberjack like this right here, Inferno Dragon right here, Barbarian on top, and I think we just Vines instantly to make sure that doesn't cheese me. Nice, the I drag. Oh no, it died. I thought it was gonna survive on 1 health, but unfortunately that was not the case. It's okay though, another good defense. He can't really lightning cycle us because he needs 3 more lightnings, right? And he can't contract or construct. I mean, is that the right way to word it? Yeah, construct. 3 more pushes right here. There's just absolutely no way. So I'm gonna keep my cards alive at the river, keep this bridge protected as long as I can, and then just keep cycling cards in the same left lane to make sure he can't really go for the giant pushes with the lightnings and all that. So I'm gonna go for the eye drag the very back. 20 seconds, he pretty much has to play into me if he wants to even do anything, right? It's pretty stupid. Like, I mean, he has no choice, right? So he's going to have to go lightning on this. But the Dark Goblin, the Berserker, everything should take that out in a pretty timely manner. And we should be absolutely just, like, thriving right here. So good win right there. He is going to go for the arrows late. It's not going to do anything for him. And there's not enough time for him to take my tower. Even if he had more elixir right now, I think we were vibing because we had Vines in cycle. And there's no way you can break through Vines because they are broken. But yeah, another good victory right there. The MVP of that match was definitely that Berserker. You can let me know if there's any other cards that have 0% usage in the top 1000 that I should try and use next in an actual good deck and see if we can get it to work, because I can't think of anything else off the top of my head. Like Clone is pretty bad, but there is some Clone. There's a few people. What else is even really, really bad? Barbarian Hut. Oh no. I hope there's someone using Barb Hut so I don't have to run that, but we might have to make a Barb Hut appearance sometime soon. But that's all I can think of off the top of my head. But this guy's got, looks like maybe E-Giant or maybe potentially Graveyard. I'm going to go for the Rune Giant like this and then go ahead and Dart Goblin like this right here. It looks like it's probably Graveyard, so I'm going to go for my Ram Rider on the right-hand side with this boosted Dart Goblin. I like that. Unfortunately, my Dart Goblin is going to die, which kind of sucks. I'm going to go Berserker to get the boost with the Rune Giant. Look at that boost. Hold on a second. This might actually work out pretty well, depending on what he has. He's going to go for the Ice Wiz. The Berserker is boosted for now, but it only gets that 1 boosted shot. We still get a lot of damage, though. Oh my gosh, you got the second one. Wait, what? Is the Rune Giant broken? Wait. How did that Rune Giant stay alive for that long, like the boost afterwards? I thought it was only 3 seconds. Maybe they changed it recently and I didn't know, but that was kind of crazy right there. Maybe they did buff it or something, I don't even know, but that was nice. We do get that extra bit of damage from that one last Berserker shot, doing like, what, 400 damage or something crazy? Maybe it was even more than that because it's triple what it normally is, so it might have been like close to 500, I think. But enough yapping for me. Let's go for the Lumberjack to back into this Demolisher right here. He's going to go for his Evolved Baby Dragon. Okay. I guess we could just probably go for a Dart Goblin down low for this. I'm going to go Dart Goggins right now, and then he might poison. I wouldn't be surprised. If he does, it's fine. We can kind of just reset. Yeah, he does go for the poison. So I think we just go for the Ram Rider to kite this back to make sure we don't take damage and also force him to play another card on the map. There's the Cage Evolution. Probably should have thought of that, I guess. I didn't even think about him having that in cycle. It's kind of weird to see Cage Evo in a graveyard deck. It's not very much, not very popular, I guess, because there's just so much Goblin Hut right now in graveyard decks that I never think of Cage as a graveyard type of card. So he's going to go Ice Wiz like that in the middle. Okay, he's going to graveyard here for sure. There it is. All right, let's get this down and then go for the Dart Goblin down low. Go for the Barbarrel 2 like this to hopefully take care of business. He poisons everything except for the Dart Goblin. Kind of a big mistake in my opinion. The Dart Goblin will die late, but at least it cleaned up the graveyard and got us a nice +2 trade pretty much right there. I'm going to go Lumberjack the Bridge, then Rune Giant as well, just to be a nuisance and try and get some value out of this card. Vines on top of this. Okay, if I would have waited a half a second for that Vines, we could have got the Ice Wizard and the Tower with that. It would have been super nice, but it's fine right here. We're going to get a decent bit of damage from this Rune Giant. I mean, by decent, I mean like literally one shot. We might actually have lost the game right here. I'm going to go for the Dark Goblin early. He's going to poison 1000% on top of that. But, oh man, he's playing really bad poisons. They're actually kind of keeping us in the game, unironically, right here. Dark Goblin takes care of everything. Okay, it's actually putting in so much work. Insert a David Goggins edit, I swear. But I'm just going to go for the... I'm going to go Ram Rider Berserker opposite lane because I feel like going same lane is a death trap in this matchup for me. I guess we Dart Goblin in the middle like this to clean up absolutely everything. Ice Wiz dies, the Knight should die, and the Cage Brawler should die right there. Ram Rider also connects. Man, Ram Rider's on a mission right there. Let's go Ram Rider. There's the Goblin Demolisher, which is completely fine with me. I'm going to go for my Rune Giant the Bridge. Kind of an aggressive play, but I think this could work out. We'll see how it goes. I'm going to go Ram Rider as well, and then maybe I should just low-key not even Ram Rider. I should just like spam cards behind that. Vine should hopefully help me out. Nah, it didn't do too much, unfortunately, but the Eye Drag is going to kill the Baby Dragon at least, which is one good thing that we have going for us. So he's going to go for the graveyard sometime soon. I'm going to get the Dart Goblin down early to force out the poison. Perfect. Let's go Lumberjack at the back and then Berserker right here to make sure the Brawler doesn't smack my tower quite a few times. There's the Ice Wiz the back. This is going to be a close game. I can already tell because of how kind of stressful it is to break through. But I think Graveyard, you guys know, I would still argue that Graveyard is the best triple elixir deck in the game. It has been for a long time. You just have so much pressure with the Graveyard Poison. Like, unironically, you can play like 4 or 5 Graveyards on tower if you really wanted to, with the Poison, of course, in triple. Maybe not that. Maybe just 4. We'll say 4 because 5 is a little bit of a stretch. But this is a decent push. I'm going to Vines on top of the Ice Wizard and the Demolisher and the Tower. I'm going to go opposite lane with a Lumberjack and a Ram Rider here. Wait, yeah, let's go opposite lane as soon as I can because I want to be pressuring him so he can't Graveyard me is basically what I'm thinking, right? I'm going to go Dart Goblin down low like this to take care of business. Go for the Berserker for the Baby Dragon. Okay, perfect. I like that. He does poison. All right, we're still up like a little bit of damage, but I need to get some more damage to win this game. Let's go Eye Drag like this. How do I get this damage? That is a question of the day. Let's go Rune Giant, Lumberjack, Evo to get that boost from the Rune Giant too as well. He goes for the Graveyard. I think we have to Dark Goblin down low. Go for the Berserker on top of this Barbarrel up top to make sure the Demolisher doesn't hit my tower. And I don't know, guys. It's going to be very close. Let's go for the Ram Rider on offense. The Dark Goblin is just the MVP of this matchup. Let's go Vines as well. Do we connect? We do. And that's going to be GG's. Just like that, we do get the victory. Man, that was a sweaty game, but we pulled it off in the end. MVP goes to Dark Goblin. We made Rune Giant work, guys. That is what matters. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video, of course. And of course, as always, enjoy the Butch Clip and have a great rest of your day. And yeah, peace. Stay tuned.